side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Moses. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
Off play action on first down. He's got an open man. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's caught. It's Cano. At the 20, he's got space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Motion from the wideout. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The short hands, it's McLeod. There he goes. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Right back to the well. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Reinbold. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to the running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sensed that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cano. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Moses. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
They'll try to run it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete to the left, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cano. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Zings it complete to the right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. from the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Buck. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hip.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Caught near the sticks. It's Cano. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Here's the handoff. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Hey, man, you want to make a statement defensively, make hits like that. You're going to start having these receivers think twice about running these routes. This defense came to play, and they are laying the wood.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. The QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And this is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
And the Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Floating away. Grab near the marker. It's McLeod. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by 10 over Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moses. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you've got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Cano. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Line getting set on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Punt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Going to try to get... There he goes! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. A first down for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Got the back over the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. With the catch, it's Reinbold. Turning it on! They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Oh, they're after him. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep...
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And that one will give him the lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Louisiana. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Back to pass on second down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Punts it out of the air. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Gives him the big stiff arm. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Trying to escape, breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
All right, it's decision time. So when you got a guy that can take off and do that against you, you got to decide whether you need more fast guys on the field. Your defensive linemen have no shot. Your linebackers have very little chance of catching this quarterback because he's so special. You better put some more speed on the field.
He's got the tight end. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Hand off from the shotgun. To the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Grab behind the line. It's Moses. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Worthy. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's McLeod. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they turn it into a defensive score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Worthy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Trying to set up the screen. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Weeks. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Pressure coming. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his man. It's McLeod. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Cano. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Looking to throw on first down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Worthy. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Might be looking to run. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up 14 over Louisiana. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Bringing the heat. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one they were going to have their hands full trying to slow down this athletic quarterback. That time, they had their eyes in the wrong place. Quarterback got to the perimeter on the right, and it was just too late. Big gainer for the other.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, sack.
Back to pass. It's Canty. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? Like 4 verticals. This is a play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the pass is coming. Really smart defense.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Trick 9 feet.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Looking downfield, it's Canty. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Worthy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Canty. Makes the catch, it's Buck. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this.
He lobs one high down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half-minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game. So
always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.